Well, hey there. Welcome to day 15. We're starting a new week, which means today's basically a tool training day. Woohoo! So I'm looking forward to this week. We're going to be exploring the new tool called Inner Sanctuary. And I, this is a great exercise. We're basically, in this exercise, we're teaching you a place where to put your attention. Because the inner sanctuary is inside your cranium. So it's right inside your head, right where your brain resides. And so in this exercise, we'll be learning how to um, notice the boundaries within the cranium itself. We'll also be, yeah, that's pretty much what we're doing with this exercise. Well, we try to keep it really simple. Uh, this is also a tool that we'll be exploring more in depth in the future. Because within this inner sanctuary, you have your brain. And we'll be exploring more of that in other courses. But it's one of those foundational tools because the more that you're able to recognize uh, where you're at, where your energy's at, is also where you are. For example, let's say if you start to fall asleep, you start drifting and drifting and drifting and drifting. Guess what? You're not here. You're not in your body. You're drifting somewhere else. And so this inner sanctuary gives you a space within your body to reside. And people, you can reside wherever you'd like. I know a lot of people, they want to be heart-centered. Some people are stomach-centered. Wherever, there is, I guess, anyways, um, I'm going on a tangent. For me, what I like to do is I like to get people to be aware of, can you actually be inside your head itself? Being inside your head does not mean being an analytical person. Being inside your head, being in that inner sanctuary, really is a space of neutrality. It's that space for you to reside and see the world around you without needing to be fully engaged with it. It's the ability to see, observe, notice. And it's a space I like to reside in because it gives me that flexibility of, well, do I want to be more in my heart? Or do I want to be more objective and maybe analytical? So this is really a space that allows you to choose where you want to be. And so it's a place that I believe that, the more we're in, the less people can manipulate us because we can sort of see what's happening around us in neutrality. The more we're in other places, then people can manipulate us in different ways. It's hard to give you an examples of what that means until you actually use the tool itself and start to recognize the difference. So I think I'll end it on that note. We can always have conversations about that or about what I'm talking about, either in comments boxes or dialogues, through via email or even future videos or even blog posts too. So there's ways of communicating this in a fuller sense than what this video is intended, because today is the 90-day challenge. And I'm in the middle of the 90-day challenge. So it's all about the meditation today. So anyways, just to check in, had a good night's sleep. I'm actually recording this at midday. I had a little break between clients and had some lunch, came home, and figured, okay, I'll do this recording real quick because I have to go back to the office to work with some more clients, and then we'll release that this video tonight. So so it's been a good day. So I look forward to sharing with you my experience of this audio after I do the meditation. So take care. Well, welcome to the meditation portion of this video. Before we begin, I just wanted to mention something. When you sign in as a member, you'll be directed to this page, which is the dashboard. And we're actually on week 3, believe it or not, which is the centering page. One of the things I just wanted to bring your attention to was the lesson guide. I always recommend clicking on this guide and reading it, watching the video, because it gives you a little bit more information and context on the tool as for that week. So it sort of sets the tone. And from there, once you click on it, you can watch the video, you can read the script. It's not long. And then from there, you'll go to the tool trainer, since today is the first day of this week's training, and go from there. So I'm going to also skip the introduction because this is actually, we go through the first 2 tools, week 1, week 2. Since this is just a demo for what we're doing, I'm not going to play it all. But I will. What I'm going to do is we're going to teach you some of the mechanics of the inner sanctuary. So we'll be playing about 4 minutes or so of track 2. So enjoy your meditation. Let's explore your inner sanctuary. So I'd like you to draw your attention up to your head, and let's explore the boundaries of your head. You can notice the front, you can notice your sides, you can notice the back, you can notice the floor of your head. As well as your head ceiling, or the top of your head. And between these points or boundaries, notice there's a lot of room in there. Can you just feel what it's like within your head? And now what I'd like you to do is I'd actually like you to find the center of your head. And how you do that is just notice your ears, and just right above your ears, I'd like you to create a line from one ear to the next. And then from the forehead itself, right around the brow area, you can start creating another line that goes all the way back to the back of your head. And where those 2 lines meet, just imagine that is in the center of your head. And now what I'd like you to do is, you're noticing the center of your head, I'd like you to create a grounding cord and attach that grounding cord right to that center point. And then draw a line straight down to the center of the planet. And notice, what does it feel like to have your inner sanctuary, that inner space within your head? Notice, what is it like to have it grounded? You can pay attention to gravity and noticing that gravitational pull that keeps your body attached to the planet. Now that gravitational pull is also focused on allowing energy that's inside your head to go down the grounding cord, allowing your head to release foreign energy. And now, what I'd like you to do is, as you're becoming comfortable with being grounded in your head, I'd like you to notice what color is the grounding cord that you created for your head. Well, I'm back. I just finished listening to the tool training audio, and I had a good experience. In fact, I really enjoyed myself. In fact, at the very beginning, I was like, "Oh, I missed this." So it's one of those things where, it's like we were listening to the first week audio and the second week audio, but it's like, well, I'm technically not supposed to do the third week audio because we're in the second week or we're in the first week. So, I focus on the one tool. And as you notice, each week we add a new tool, so we don't subtract. So what's happening is, as you keep listening to these audios, you're building your awareness of bringing all the tools into your being. So you're learning how to own your space by using these tools to help release stimulus. And that's what I was noticing today. I was like going, "Oh, I'm so happy we're here." And and then I just started clearing it out. It was really clear. I had a great time. Um, Towards the end of the video, what I noticed, I started checking out. I was getting a little bit less conscious. And then when I was listening to myself in the conclusion, because the conclusion, you're done, and it's sort of a recap, just saying good job for listening to the audio. Uh, I only heard half of it. I was still awake, but I was just like, well, I already know what I'm going to say, and so, um, but I noticed that I wasn't in I wasn't in my inner sanctuary when I was listening. I was out. So I sort of laughed. I could hear my voice, but I wasn't here. Um, but that's what makes it fun. It's like, oh wow, what is this like? Can I be here? Can I be really present? Can I be behind my eyes um, when I'm engaged with other people? I always love looking. It's like you look at people's eyes and you say, are they home or not? And when you see people that are not home, they're spacey all the time, or it's like they're not here. They're not here. Their energy is and their presence is somewhere else. And so the inner sanctuary is all about getting right into here, reclaiming your energy and bringing it into your body, but you being centered here so you can look out of your eyes and perceive the world. So anyways, I think we're going to call that a wrap. So have an amazing morning, afternoon, evening, or nighttime, whenever you're watching this video. And I'll talk to you on day 16. Take care.